Welcome to MotoGP Mac.
In today's video, we're going to talk about Jorge Marquin back on a MotoGP bike. Now, on Wednesday, Jorge Marquin will do a one-day test in Misano. Basically, this was the new rule that came in. If a rider missed a sufficient enough amount of races due to injury, they're going to get a one-day test to reacclimatize themselves with the bike and the machinery and basically a fitness check. Now, as we do know, Marquin was on board an Aprilia RSV4 during last week, and his doctor after it said we're easily a week or a couple of weeks away from him making his debut. So maybe Brno he might, but look, realistically it's probably best to wait till after the summer break at this stage. But saying that, Marquin did say that after doing 4 laps on the RSV4, he had felt like he'd done a race distance. So it kind of shows you what he's going to go through, and it's going to be even worse when he gets to Misano. Now, I know he did a couple of laps around Misano, not at any race pace during the All-Stars event, but again, it's good to see that the progress is coming, that he wants to get back on the bike and get there. So it will be interesting to see how the test goes for him on Wednesday. Of course, look, some people do agree and disagree with this. I think it's a good idea that people are able to test the bike after a long injury, to make sure that they're physically fit. Riding a MotoGP bike certainly isn't that easy or forgiving, so it's definitely no harm to see where they are. But again, anytime they run the bike, it is data that they are gathering, whether it's mental data or data that they're capturing and trying new parts and stuff like that. So I do find it very interesting. Not really sure how Marquin will get on. If last week he was fucked after 4 laps, should he have waited maybe a little bit more? But saying that, with Misano coming up, there is limitations as well on how close to a race weekend that you can test. So I guess they're getting that done and dusted to make sure they don't infringe on any regulations. But I would definitely love to know your thoughts. What do you think of Jorge Marquin testing the Aprilia on Wednesday? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.